Hey everybody, how you doing? It is Wednesday, or Meerkat Wednesdays as I like to call it, where I poke my head up and look back at Monday and Tuesday and look ahead for Thursday and Friday and make sure I'm still on track. This has been floating around my head for probably about a month now, and going back and forth with a client talking about decentralized storage and blockchains and how they can integrate a lot of the new blockchain technologies into their small business, their SME. They are coming from big centralized platforms that were expensive and didn't quite work the way they wanted to. So they're kind of interested to reduce costs and to get into this new technology, because obviously people are using it. It's not going away. It's not a fad. And so people are asking me a lot of questions about storage mainly. Amazon S3 is probably one of the most common ones that most people know about storage, and it can be quite costly. That's not because of Amazon trying to make money on it. Amazon built out their network and had overage and just sold it to other people. It's just it's not competitive because they don't really need to be. They haven't got that many competitors really for the network size that they've built. I mean, there is other networks, of course. There's 4 or 5 different networks, but they're all from big centralized corporations. So decentralized is very attractive on multiple levels, especially for developers and geeks who realize the cost savings, but also the benefits and the fact that we are moving in this direction where you can actually be on both sides of the table, if you like. You can be providing storage to the network and staking that and earning a amount of money on that because of how much hardware that you put into it. So for instance, you could add, I don't know, 100 terabytes of SIA storage and earn SIA coin for your involvement in the network. So it's kind of a cultural behavioral shift away from just being this isolated small SME, small business, to this kind of shared interest group, if you like, because you're all interested in maintaining the blockchain or maintaining that community by having some kind of investment into it, so that you can keep on building out your product or providing stuff for your customers or your own programs. So I kind of wanted to cover this a while back, but it wasn't full enough. It didn't have enough in there for me to really make a video out of it. But now there's been some recent releases in the last couple of days which has pushed me to do it. And the first one of that is Storger. So Storger was, I think that's how you say Storger, I call it Storger. They've recently had a refresh for their website, and it really shows you that in the last year of this kind of bear bull market that we've come into, is that a lot of these startups, a lot of these decentralized communities have taken the pandemic and they've really ran with it in terms of how do we make ourselves look more professional, how do we level up, how do we look like what's already out there. And Storger have done an amazing job on their redesign. They've simplified it and they've made it kind of idiot proof in a way. They've really spent a lot of time drilling down into what they really want to say, and I really love the way that they've designed their new website: secure, private, available, and S3 compatible. I think this is the most important thing. If you're trying to take people away from Amazon S3, it's got to be as good as that but cheaper, basically. And also it's open source, so that's kind of a big pull for decentralized for developers. Works for your existing stack: FileZilla, Fastly, Duplicate, and Filebase. I'm going to get into those in a little bit, those integrations. But the most important thing is it was really easy to get set up and jump in. So I got set up. They give you 50 gig of bandwidth for free. Beautiful interface. I think they've got like 3 major locations: Europe, US, and the East, I believe. And then you've got a very simple dashboard: objects, access, and users. And I just wanted to get this this little video together because I think a lot of people might be sleeping on decentralized video hosting, and I feel like now is the time to look into this and support this and get behind it. Not just from a token, holding the token perspective, but if you're looking to save money and if you're looking to build out projects, or you're a content creator who just needs somewhere else to host their video content in an immutable sense, so you don't want to worry about YouTube shutting down your channel or you're losing video, you can actually maintain and store this stuff very, very cheaply on the decentralized web. So Storger is definitely one to look at because they've done a massive new refresh on it. The user interface is very straightforward. Like I say, they give you 50 gig for free, which is a hell of a lot, really. So if you're looking for something to back up to, then I would definitely look into this. I'm going to show you a little application as well you can do that with in a sec. Another one to look at is Skynet from SIA. I've been really excited about what SIA is doing. It started off me looking at their hardware mining devices, and then I started to dig deeper into try and find out what they're doing. And they've got a lot of bad press, and I think it's not really deserving of where the vision is that they want to take it. And what I'm seeing is that they're making a real good push to build communities. They're all over TikTok. They're having hack day weekends, virtual ones, and they're also building lots of little decentralized applications, live streaming things, hosting stuff, things for notes, you know, so you can put like immutable notes on the web. And they've done a reskin of their front end for SIA Sky. So if you want to host a video on the web or get access to it, you can just go to SIA Skynet and you can just upload it and then just like post it anywhere on the web, which is amazing. Like, that's unprecedented for, you know, a service to give you a free upload basically. So I was lucky to get in the first 100 or so people for their storage plans. They started doing storage plans, which I was dead excited to see, because I think this stuff has got to earn money, right? Otherwise it just dies off. So I think any money they can bring in to build infrastructure or pay for the team or you know, disseminate that money in whatever ways is smart if you're offering pro accounts. So I got lucky that I got in on the Skynet Plus for $5 a month. So I've got that for a year, and I can pin up to 1 terabyte of content for the next year for free basically. But even if you're looking for a package, having something like Skynet Pro for $20 a month, and that allows you to pin up to 4 terabytes, I mean, that's incredible. I've never seen like storage prices like it, to be able to do backups and put videos on there, 4K videos, whatever. And here's a few of mine that I uploaded, and I just wanted to mention this bit because somebody asked me in a previous video about how do you do the IPFS link on DTube. And so when you upload a file, you get given this Skylink hash. And so if you copy that hash, if you're using something like DTube, which is a decentralized version of YouTube, you can actually go to this upload button at the top, and you've got 3 different ways to add videos. And I should add here as well that even though I can add one from YouTube, which is centralized, I can also add one from decentralized platforms, so BTFS, Skynet, IPFS. And so if I go to Skynet, all I need to do is actually put in that hash and click on finish. And what it'll do is it will go away to Skynet and it will grab, I probably won't do it now because I'm doing a demo, but it will go away and it will grab, there you go, the video, and then you can just fill in the title, description, and everything else. Now, the really cool thing that people miss about DTube is that I can add another video. So I can go back and I can do all of these if I want to. If you really want to have like a video out there, I could post it to Twitch and Dailymotion, Instagram, Liveleak, all of these platforms. I can put a copy of that version on. And what's cool about DTube on their player is it shows you the different platforms on the right-hand side. So what that means is that if YouTube falls over for any reason, or the video gets taken down for any reason, or taken off Vimeo or any of the other centralized platforms, it's still going to be on the Skynet or IPFS. And they've even got a little IPFS, they've even got their own file upload that you can do on DTube, which is using BTFS. The only difference is with that right now, because there's not a lot of investment into DTube, is that the maximum size is 480, not longer than 20 minutes, and they might get taken off, deleted after 6 months if they have low views. So definitely buy yourself some DTC, some DTube, and stake it, and you should be good to go. There is a service as well that you can use to upload stuff and pin it, and it pins forever on there. But if you're looking to upload videos and also make a little money on your videos that you post to Skynet, you can do that through DTube. Another reason why I'm bringing this up about Storger and SIA, Skynet, is that Filebase is another front end that I looked at because it had S3 compatibility. And the reason why I looked at Filebase is I started to run some clients' WordPress installations from containers. So instead of having a server company and paying, you know, quite a lot of money for what was quite a basic service, I started to look at using things like DigitalOcean and Amazon, and I wanted a way to be able to store all of my images for the client's websites that have a lot of images on decentralized storage, because it'd be a lot cheaper than normal S3. But I needed S3 compatibility because the clients had all their stuff on Amazon S3, so I needed to make that as frictionless as possible. I wanted it to be a nice smooth experience. So I came across Filebase, and they give you 5 gig of storage for free. And what's nice about it is it operates quite similar to the way that Amazon works, in that you have these buckets, which are effectively folders, but folders with permissions. Now, originally it was only just I'm trying to think if it was Sia or Storge. Yeah, I think originally it was just Storger networks, but now Filebase actually supports Storger, Skynet, so all your data is public, but you might just want to store a bunch of images or videos there, and Sia. So you've got an option now to create, you know, really nice bucket structures to store pictures in, or to store backups in, which I'm going to get into right after this. This is what excites me about this, is that all of these platforms are starting to work together now. So originally they were just like, oh, that's a great idea, let's do decentralized video, and then we're like, actually we need to plug into clients that have those capabilities. You know, we've built the service, now we need the customers to come and fill up our services as a proof of concept as well, and also to add additional TX records to the blockchain so they can see activity on the blockchain, which is good for investors coming in, that it's actually being used by people. So one of the great programs that's out there that supports Filebase, which is amazing, because now I can use all of these in combination, because I can have a Skynet account. I know I can pin a terabyte on there for the next year free of charge, and I can use something like Arc, which is arqbackup.com, which gives you a 30-day trial, but I don't think it was super expensive. I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks. But if you have an account on either Sia or Storger now, and you look at the price comparisons between that and Amazon, it's a lot cheaper. So you can actually back up your Mac using this software, and it has support there for Filebase. So you just create yourself a bucket on Filebase for your backup, and it's all encrypted, all sharded, all stored on the Sia blockchain. And the people who provide provision storage into that, they get paid for storing my data. So it's kind of a perfect 360 environment to operate in, because the node operators need to make sure that their systems are stable and they're up and they're connected, because they are incentivized to do that by the Sia coin. And I'm sure Storger is the same kind of thing. So I just wanted to throw that out there for anybody who's looking at storage or decentralized storage and considering, you know, swapping from S3 to some other compatible platform. There is 3 platforms right there, you know, Storger, the Sia, and Filebase, to connect the two together. And then finally, I just wanted to add to that about your storage, is that I'm starting to see these come out. This literally came out about 10 minutes ago, deploying a WordPress blog on a cache network. So this is like decentralized cloud storage for WordPress, but then also you can use Namebase, which is decentralized domain names, to actually run it in a true decentralized way and put your images on Sia network. So we're starting to see the move from centralized platforms to decentralized platforms really quick now, because people are starting to write tutorials how to do those things. So this will be something that I'd want to do for my clients, is to get them off centralized storage and get them onto a sort of decentralized future, if you like. I hope this is useful. It's something I'm playing with. It could go a long way, this stuff. I really love what Sia and Skynet are doing, and Filebase, by adding in these other decentralized storage solutions, it becomes really useful. All right, that's it. I'll catch up with you soon. Take care.